want to excel, you have to be responsible. For Moses, a man that was dead to himself, left the palace to follow people that were second-rate citizens. God said, who are you to challenge him? After protecting him, defending him, came now to begin to deal with people who rose against him. Numbers chapter 11. Numbers chapter 11. Let's take chapter 12. Let me read briefly there. Numbers chapter 12. First of all, from verse 2. And they said, had Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Had he not spoken by us? And the Lord had it. Now the man Moses was very meek, above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam, come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam, and they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. But my servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all my house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. And the cloud departed from all the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. In verse 11, and Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Aaron was the elder brother, older by 3 years. Older than Moses by 3 years. But he began to call Moses, my Lord. We have done foolishly. He was also wise. Many people are proud. If they make mistakes, if they do things that are wrong, instead of crying out and asking for forgiveness, they will keep quiet. They may change their attitude to show that they have repented, but they won't come to say, I am sorry. They won't come to say, I am sorry. By my attitude, you should know I'm sorry now. No, for Aaron, I have done with Miriam, your elder sister, we have done foolishly, my Lord. When you do that, you score some points with God. Naturally, men find it difficult to say, I am sorry. We talked about it the other time. Naturally, the man has authoritativeness in him. And with that state of heart, you will find him, if I say I'm sorry, it is a reflection of weakness. So, if I do wrong, I will show that I'm sorry by changing my attitude, but I won't say I'm sorry. But for Aaron, we have done foolishly. If you now read chapter 11, from verse 1, we will read it because of time. All we are saying is that as God picked Moses for an assignment of bringing the Israelites out of Egypt, Moses became highly valued. Was Aaron highly valued? Aaron had value too. As a high priest, he had value. Why didn't God give him leprosy? It was because of his position as the high priest. If the high priest had leprosy, it meant that the whole Israel had leprosy. But for Miriam, she was also valued, a prophetess. She was the one that sang in the 14th chapter after they crossed the sea. She sang, she was a prophetess. But she didn't hold any sway in the faith of Israel. So, a bit older gave her leprosy. Because of her younger brother. My brethren, I keep on saying, try to build honor with God. When you build honor with God by being implicitly submissive to authority, implicitly obedient to God, as you build honor, I assure you that when the thing begins to speak, people will be wondering, what did you do that is bringing all this favor to you? I told you, you don't need to begin to ask people, invite me to come and preach. I said, since I joined the Watchmen, on hearing the man of God pray, tell us that he asked God that he does not want to be known, but he wants to impact the world. He wants to write outlines or tracts without putting his name, so that whosoever reads will be convicted without knowing who wrote it. Anonymous. I said, that is the heart. I took it. No interest in getting human accolade. In fact, I tell you, if anybody comes around me and begins to praise me, I will look at that person that way. If anybody begins to praise me, I will begin to sense he wants to get something from me. So I'll be waiting for the time he wants the thing. Not interested in human praise. Not interested in human accolades. I'm not interested. I'm interested in pleasing God. Being important to God. And when you're important to God, you will be a success in life. Don't seek people to invite you. If you have something, the goldfish has no hiding place. That's what they say. If you have something, in the wilderness, they'll come there for you. John the Baptist was in the wilderness, and people trooped to see him. Before I was posted to Lagos, I resisted. I told God, I don't want to go to Lagos. God said you will be going there. I said, please, Lord, let me not go to Lagos. Let me remain in my obscure corner of Nigeria. I prayed for many years. I didn't want to go to Lagos. And he says, you are needed in Lagos. I was in UK when he now said, you are needed in Lagos. I said, okay. Let their way be done. Not interested in ruling people. If I come for a program, I'm not interested in people coming to see me. After I deliver this, I go my way. Only those that have real need. Knowledge also is not to be given to everybody. You give it to those that value it. If you don't value my knowledge, I don't give you. At the end, if you now begin to look for it, you pay. You suffer to see me. I told some people where I was before I came to Lagos, that time is coming when you look for me, but you will not find me. You look for me, I won't be available. Now they are coming to church now, but they can't see me. I have moved from that place. What am I saying in other words? Don't seek human exaltation. Don't seek human popularity. Don't seek it. Seek to please God. Seek to be a friend of God. When you become a friend of God, protection is guaranteed. Provision is guaranteed. Preservation is guaranteed. Promotion is guaranteed. No human being can stand you. If anybody wants to undo you, God will undo the person. And that is the best. You don't go to lobby for position. You don't go to lobby for position. Make me a pastor. Give me pulpit to preach. People that say, give me to preach, are people that don't have anything. When you have something, you become. In that their calmness, they will seek you to bring you out. So, beloved sisters and brothers, Moses was highly valued because of what he had to do for the Lord. Joseph likewise was highly valued. He was a colossus unto the eye in the sight of God. Why was he a colossus? Because of also what God had programmed to do with him. He had a role to play. That role was to preserve God's people at the time of famine. Famine had come to Canaan. If he hadn't gone to prepare the ground, the seed of Israel or Jacob would have just died off. So he was sent ahead, and right there he became a governor. And right there, as a governor, he had authority over the economy. So when his brethren came, through him, preservation was enjoyed. Also, he was a man that was different from his brethren, who loved God and wouldn't be involved in the evils of his brethren. And because of that, he was special in the sight of God. Genesis chapter 39. Genesis chapter 39. When we give you the handout, you please read other information we gave there. Genesis 39, from verse number 1. Genesis chapter 39, from verse 1 to verse 6. And I told you I will stretch you a little so that I could just conclude without any break and without our staying too long. From verse 1. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, and Egyptian, brought him of the hands of the Ishmaelites, which had brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man. And he was in the house of his master the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hand. And Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and made him overseer over his house, and all that he had he put into his hand. And it came to pass from the time that he had made him overseer of his house, and over all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. Underline it, for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was upon all that he had in the house and in the field. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person, and well favored. Favor of God followed him while he was in Potiphar's house as a slave. The favor was there. Potiphar noticed it, gave him charge of everything, and prosperity followed. Why? Joseph had a program to accomplish for God, an instrument God will use to preserve his people. And in chapter 37, verses 5 to 9,